I love flowers. Flowers are something that bring me a lot of joy. Receiving them, smelling them, touching them. I love the whole shebang. Give me my flowers. Somebody asked me a question. You like flowers so much, but they're real flowers and they don't last. They'll just die off in like a week or two. And they're so expensive. What's the point? It brought me back to this clip that I saw online about flowers essentially reminding you to cherish the moment, because yeah, we know they're not gonna survive. Even when you're on the tree, right? If a flower is not picked from like its bush or its tree or shrub or whatever, it just essentially sits on the tree and then wilts and then dies off. So whether you pluck it off, but yes, sure, if it's on a tree, it lasts longer. Flowers are not made to last, essentially. Like every flower, they would be here for a bit, they would bloom, they would look so pretty, and then they'll just fall off and then they'll die off or get picked or get attacked by birds or whatever. It's very grounding that we all have a season of knowing when we are in bloom, when we are at our best, when we are performing, when we have, quote unquote, the best things ever happening to us. And then we also have seasons where it's time to wilt and die off, or to be plucked and placed in a different environment and then having to adapt and thrive there until our time is up. What do I do in my bloom season? Am I maximizing the health that I have? Am I maximizing the strength that I have? Am I maximizing my talents? Remember yesterday, we talked about the fact that your gifts will make room for you. But what if I take action too late and now I want to start blooming? They're like, no, spring season is over, or I get clipped before I reach my full potential. And it kind of like circles back, because that's something that I worry about a lot. I'm very much aware of what I'm capable of, but at the same time, in having this awareness, I'm also very much aware that I do stand in my own way a lot. I do get afraid a lot. I don't know why, but fear is like a huge thing that like it's a recurring theme. But God did not give us a spirit of fear. So sometimes like I'm stuck in that decision fatigue where I'm like, okay, if I take this decision and it doesn't work out, how long is it going to take for me to bounce back? But if I take this decision and then it works out, am I prepared for where it's going to take me next? So it's always like this with me. This is the part I'm supposed to be like, do it anyway and win and conquer, whatever. But I don't have that. I don't have that piece of information or piece of advice to share because I haven't, that's a lie. I have taken huge risks in my life. Some of them paid off eventually, others not so much. Like I've taken certain huge career risks, like jumping from one promising career and then just diving headfirst into an unknown. And there were times when I felt like there was no end in sight. It was very scary and it was a difficult time. And then it started to pay off and even the starting to pay off portion was because again, I pivoted again. But I remember the struggle there. I remember the growing pains that came with that decision. So now when I'm trying to take another huge swing, I'm like, let's be careful here. I pride myself on always knowing what the next step should be, on always making an effort to know what, like, plan, have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, a plan E. Have a backup for my backup. And as I'm getting older, sure, I still try to do some of these backup plannings because you can never be too sure. When I was younger, it's like, do it for the plot, right? Who cares? But as I've gotten older, I'm like, actually, no. Like, I'm tired of doing this for the plot. I want things to work like a mathematical equation. If I say that I'm going to put A to B, according to the math, it should work. At least when you're in control of something. If it goes awry, you can take full responsibility for it. You never have to dwell on what if island, right? Because what if island is how you lose your mind. You're like, what if I had done this way? And then you just keep brooding on it for a long time. Some people don't take things personally, and good for you guys. Shout out to you. For those of us who tend to ruminate a lot, it would be nice to get some of the cheat codes so that we can spend less time worrying and more time living. Okay, that's just becoming too existential. Let's bring it back. I'm going to make sure that I have the reminder of a flower to remember to bloom in my time and be okay with letting go and letting the seasons happen when my time is up. Just to make my time here a bit more enjoyable. or else it wouldn't be fun for everybody involved. So that's it. This was so anticlimactic in like every sense of the word, right? But like, hey, it is what it is. Okay, have a good day and be kind to yourself, be kind to other people, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.